We met bi-monthly at Denise Nicholas's dining room table, where we came together as a group and we hashed it out. She had us read pieces. Denise taught us that writing is rewriting. So we would read our pieces, get our critiques. There were laughs and
tears,
humor, and there was sometimes a little pain and a little tears. But we checked our egos at the door. We came back, and each time we improved.
And I love the title. I mean, it speaks to what you all did as a group. It really is a gathering of voices. So what was the thought process behind the chapters and themes?
I think everybody put the pieces into the book into the anthology that they wanted. They were their best pieces. I think each individual made the decision as to what they wanted to represent them in this anthology. That's what gives it so much variety, because each one of us comes from slightly different backgrounds. That is also intimately or even overtly in some of the pieces.
How did those experiences as both a writer and an actress influence the way you shaped your own story in this collection?
It's really quite separate from my theatrical life. Intentionally, I wanted to have a way of presenting my creativity without Hollywood having anything to do with it.
In your chapter, The Sea That Takes You, you revisit a story that was first published in Essence magazine back in 1976, and this time you use real names of the women in the story. And these women have passed. So what did it mean to you to return to that journey and honor them in this more personal way?
I love your question. Thank you. That's really beautiful.
Yeah,
it made everything to me, because one was my sister, one was my stepmom, and one was my close friend Ed Boyer's sister. I was working on it. I said, oh my God, I'm bringing to life people that I loved who are gone. And that part of it made me feel good, because I wanted those people to be on the map of my life, because they were very important to me.
How did writing personal narrative differ from the way you approach storytelling on TV?
When Denise called me and said, I know you want to write, would you come join us? I jumped at the chance, because I knew I didn't have the nuts and bolts of how to do a memoir. My background in terms of writing for and producing television certainly helped me, but 4 to 5 years with the Longwood Writers Workshop brought me to a new level of how to learn to write and how to write.
In your chapter, Soda Fountain Diaries, you take us back to your parents' soda shop and where you're from, Middletown, Delaware. And you mentioned that this is where your love for entertainment first sparked as you watched Black performers on television. So what was it like revisiting that part of your life, and why was it important for you to include this story in the collection?
That's a wonderful question. This was the early 50s, and television was in its early stages. And my parents not only had the soda fountain, but had a small television above the fountain that was the only television in the neighborhood. So I would go after school and do my homework, and then I'd watch television. And I would watch television shows, Nat King Cole, Hazel Scott, Billy Daniels, all who had 15-minute variety shows. And I was fascinated by that. So I fell in love with television, and I think from that point on, I didn't know how to get into it. I just had this thing that I wanted to get on the other side and learn to do what they were doing and become, I think at first I thought of being an actor because that's all I knew. So it was important for me to write Soda Fountain Diaries to kind of show how it all began and how I got here.
You guys have amazing stories.
I kind of pulled back from the workshop when I got a deal to write a memoir. So that's coming out in November.
Wow, that's so exciting.
You did a wonderful interview. We look forward to seeing it.
Thank you so much. Yes, you're welcome, of course, anytime.
And I know Denise and I wish you the best.
Thank you both so much. Congratulations, I just want to say, for all that you all have done in your life and your career. It's so inspiring. And I'm just so grateful to get to talk to you guys today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to check out A Gathering of Voices is available now on Amazon, BookBaby, and Barnes & Noble. Stay tuned for more on Eastern Lifestyle.